I want to try anything, I really don't mind. I can read something much faster than other people. I really, really can actually read German faster than Korean. I want to show you. No, never. I never hesitated. It's really easy. Exceptional approval for station from the Remdesivir in the United States. And the stores and the retail shops in Austria may open up once more. And visit to nursing centers and homes in a creative solutions and the first digital party convention day from the Green Party and the more of important news. Yeah, that's what it is about. And the weather. Spain loosens up its control to crack down on borders. Spain's lockdowns experience significant lift-off. It's really easy. I don't really need to think about it. Literally shamed and defrauded by renters and income. Perspective change how robots can take over. First in Nagasaki. Not really that secretive power of the credit ratings companies, right? I don't really need to. 4 different companies of almost approximately 1 million workers were widely active in more than 180 different countries. And one calls this, as a big 4, the 4 greatest economy and credit ratings companies throughout the world. My child does not eat anymore. It's really easy. Test cableless, cordless, battery vacuum machines. Let's try to say that. It's really easy. I never hesitated. The cordless, cableless is really the trend. You can actually have a wireless headphones. You now actually have a wave of wireless, cordless, cableless vacuum machines like Dyson and cordless from many different companies like LG. This sounds really good. This idea seems very enlightening. How, this type of a gadget would actually, function as a vacuum machines to clean off and wipe off the floor with no attached cords. So, there is a consumer, companies and authority has actually conducted one's own test for each machine to see how it could actually go. At least, for the second time. I don't really need to. I only actually read it once. The most dangerous sect in the world. I don't really need to. Corona crisis. What type of rules truly matter? What is allowed? What is really approvable? What is permissible? What is the actual... what is actually permissible act in time of a corona crisis and what is not? Corona regulations truly make distinctions for each other depending upon the federal government to, each state in Germany. We actually, give somewhat, guidance to help you better prepared in time of different rules to actually get you more oriented. This is really an orientation help. How you can actually navigate through different rules that might be applied differently, starting from the federal government to each state government, right? This is really what calls orientation. In English, an orientation means, you know how to actually, survive and navigate through a different system by providing information that might actually, help you better positioned in time of a chaos. You don't really know, what you should follow, right? Here are tips. You can actually, help you. You can actually truly help yourself to be better understood. That's an orientation. Stupid. I don't really need to think about it. Unallowed made demons in traditions, right? Demonstrations. It's really easy. Unallowed made demonstrations as traditions. Bill gets over the corona vaccination. It's really, really easy. Geltahan, this endless money provider against the corona.
zu schützen.
So, with the new $1 billion help packages, definitely the German government and the coalition wants to witness the stimulation against the coronavirus in time of a corona crisis by turning things around for the economy. Because this has been actually envisioned to avoid economic bankruptcies and helpless unemployment that could actually be on its way, right? So this stimulus package as a boost to help or increase more job places for part-timers, or this would actually reach sufficient funds for unemployment workers. This could actually lengthen the period to sustain their lives during the unemployment. And this could actually lower down the taxes for small and mid-sized companies. And this could truly, efficiently, possibly lower down the bankruptcies by retailer stores and dining restaurants. And also schools and students can actually receive money to actually have a sufficient access to digital teaching. And altogether, this is what it is supposed to be by this rescuing package, at least, that is estimated up to 1 billion euro. There are no other country in the Europe who might actually spend this much amount by claiming this rich resources. But this type of gigantic rescuing plan as a screening method to sustain the breaking down economy, would it be too small or enough? Can this government truly control everything at once without actually relying on anything else to actually finance and bankroll the money in search of possible solutions? That would be good enough to sustain all? Would that be possible at once? This would be a one-size-fits-all solution to finance everything by, disseminating and allocating money to proper sectors with efficiency. Would that be possible? Would that be good enough? The screening overall, the umbrella solution, overarching solution that would be a silver bullet and one-size-fits-all? That's really easy. Europe's notorious farmers. What would happen? I don't really need to. Supermarkets are full with the cheap and reasonable vegetables and fruits. Especially out of Spain, most of the goods come from. And also, Italy is one of the important supplier. How these countries can actually provide such cheap and reasonable products. How could they actually cultivate them at dirt cheap prices? This film discovers the catastrophic work conditions from these countries who claim the Europe's most productive farmers in the greenhouses. Let's try to see what truly happens. Corona in Germany, and what to do. Very easy. Just 1 second. Oh, okay. In the dark side and the shadowy side of the offshore companies. This is really the tax and haven for the rich and the powerful. Those rich and powerful who might actually rely on this tax oasis to hide their money. State presence, nation's presence, definitely. And the government can be actually the state. Have you not actually heard about the l'État? En français, ça s'appelle l'État, the state. That's really referring to the governmental and national entity. It's really the case. If you ever actually open up an English dictionary, you can see it so clearly. And the drug and the smugglers and the criminals, they have already actually used this dirty tactics to open up the paper companies in Panama to have their, accounts to shield the origins of their money. Because they just actually have the ghost companies and the paper companies by launching a new hideous businesses in the offshore sites. That would be the sufficient haven and a paradise for them to conceal majority of the property they owned, right? I'm not lying. Because, I've already actually watched this many different times. I already read it. This is really the tactic. They just decide to open up a account. Right? I'm not lying.